Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to talk about two most important yet simpler Docker commands, that is Docker version and Docker info. And here we are going to understand why these commands are used. And basically the main use case of this command is it is used for DevOps troubleshooting and it is used for production server inspection. So let's understand what these commands bring us into the play. Right? This command looks very simple, but it definitely carries a deep meaning, right? So let me explain you everything. So let me just launch my terminal, and yeah, feel free to execute these commands over console because it will show you the same output, right? Based on your system configuration. All right. Right now you can see I am on terminal and I have Docker desktop installed in my local. So let's talk about the first command, that is Docker version. So let me just write Docker version, and I hope this is visible to you. Let me just do a little bit of zoom. All right. So I hope now it is visible to you, right? So we are talking here about Docker version command. Okay. So what are all these details, right? Because we were very happy with the life and we were executing the command Docker -hyphen version. Then what are all these things? Let us understand each one of them in a nutshell. Okay. So here, we have a client section, we have a server section, okay, and let's explore each of the component. So the first thing here is the client version. So here it actually tells us the installed Docker client version. All right, and here we have the API version. So which version of Docker API is used by the client to communicate through the Docker daemon. So that is this API version. Now, if you remember, Docker is written in Go. So basically, what version of Go is used is actually mentioned over here, right? Same goes for the source code commit, which was used to build this Docker release, that is mentioned over here. So in this section, basically, we are targeting what sort of details we can get. Okay, and this is definitely used into the inspection, right? So in client, what operating system is being used, right? So here it is telling us the operating system and CPU architecture, that is Darwin ARM64, right? And what is the context? So basically Docker context is what Docker context is currently being used. The context defines which Docker environment the CLI is connected to. So right now we are connected to Docker desktop. That's the reason here it is written as Docker desktop Linux, but in your case it might differ. Now let's go to the server section and understand what sort of information we get. So basically this part shows the information about Docker daemon running on the machine, right? So the first thing is about the engine, and here it will shows the engine details such as the engine version number. Okay, that is 27.4.0. The basically this is the version of Docker engine installed on the system. Okay, now what is the API version used here? So basically when we in this specific segment, we are talking about the server API version and the minimum supported client version, right? So the minimum version that is supported by the client is 1.24, and the API version of the server is 147, right? Now again, the Go version, which is used to compile the Docker engine, is go.1.22.10, right? Now, which source commit is used to build the Docker server? It's basically the SHA-1 hash. And then we have few more details, just like build. So basically the build date of Docker daemon, that is actually mentioned over here. And again, the operating system and the architecture where Docker is running, that is mentioned over here. So the architecture type here is again used as ARM64 and the OS type is Linux, right? So again, now last thing that we have to keep in mind, that is experimental, which is false by default. So this shows whether the experimental Docker features are enabled or not. So here by default it is false, and that's the reason it is showing as false. Now, what is the remaining thing that we see over here? So basically this is the third and the last component, that is the runtime component. So Docker internally uses several runtime tools such as containerd, which is mentioned over here, runc, right? So basically what is the version of containerd which is used over here? So it is 1.7.21. Okay, so containerd is basically responsible for managing container lifecycle. Now against which commit ID it is reflecting the changes. So basically here the SHA-1 hash is given. Same goes for runc. Now what is runc? So runc is low level container runtime that is used to start the containers. Okay. Here again, the version for the same is given along with the commit ID. Okay. Now, what is Docker init? So basically, it's a small init system that is used inside container to properly manage the processes. And the version that is used for Docker init is 0.19.0. So basically, if you want to understand Docker init, it's just like understanding Git init in the very first place, right? So Docker init is just like saying, just like it, right? So yeah, here we understood about Docker version. I hope that gave us the clarity what sort of details to be get. So basically, we talked about client section, we talked about the server section, and then we talked about the runtime components. Now let's explore the Docker info command. Okay, let me clear the screen and I'll just run Docker info. Now again, this gives a lot more of information as compared to Docker version. Okay. All right. So let's go through it and understand what are the details which are currently present over here. Now see here it again gives us the client information. So basically here it is showing us the Docker CLI version that is 27.4.0. Okay. Here the context is a desktop Linux because we are using Docker desktop. In your case, it may be default because you might be connected to Docker environment that is the CLI that you are connected to. Debugging mode is by default false. That is actually used for logging. Okay. Now, what sort of plugins we are using? Now, see, since we are into Docker Desktop, it utilizes multiple plugins. That's the reason everything is mentioned over here. All right. Here it is showing us the extension, the version, and the path where the extension is located at. Right. If we scroll down, then we'll come directly to the server section. Now, this is one of the most interesting and my favorite section because you will get a complete clarity on what things are running over here. Here you will get the details of the total containers which are on the system. Okay. Here you will get the details of the currently active containers, the running containers. Here you will get the detail of all the post container which are used by which are actually generated by using the command docker pause. I know we are yet to cover that, but basically docker pause is used to pause the container and then how many containers are stopped. So basically here you can see there are 17 containers which are stopped, right? And here you can see there are 12 images in total, right? So it shows the docker number of docker images that are stored locally, right? So these are all sort of information that we get. Again, we have the server version, so don't need to worry about that. The last thing that we have over here is the storage driver. All right. So storage driver basically it manages the container image layers. So just like here you can see we have overlay 2. Okay. So overlay 2 is one of the most common driver used in modern Linux system. Okay. And here we have login driver. So here login driver is showing as a JSON file. So basically it specifies how container logs are stored. So the default format of Docker generating the logs is in JSON, right? And the logs can be viewed with the command docker log followed by the container name that we are going to cover in the later section. But for now, we are just exploring what sort of details, fine-tuned details we'll get when we run docker info command. I hope that makes sense. Now, if you scroll down just below login driver, you will get this Cgroup configuration. So basically, it controls how system resources like CPU and memory are managed for the containers. And here you can see Cgroup version is 2, and here we have plugins that are currently working over here, right? So basically, when you see the plugin section, here we will be talking about networking and plugin. Here we have the volume, okay, and volume is set to be as local, and the network is bridge, host, IP VLAN, MAC VLAN, null, and overlay. Don't worry, we are going to cover all of these network type. By default, the network that is used by Docker is the bridge network. Okay, for now, just keep in mind, but we are going to cover this in Docker networking session. So these are the networking and the volume drivers that are available in Docker. Now, finally, let's talk about the system information, right? So let me just scroll down, and here we have kernel version, what kernel is being used, operating system, what operating system is being used. So here using Docker Deck. In your case, it will show you as Ubuntu long-term support, or maybe when you are into Red Hat, it will show you Red Hat. So basically, that is something that it will show. Then OS type is Linux, architecture is x86 and 64, and here it is. You can see it is ARC64, right? It shows the host system where the Docker is running. Now, when it comes to system information, then it will also show you the hardware resources. Here you can see it is utilizing 8 CPUs, system resources that are available for running the containers. So basically, there are those that are available for running the containers. And right now, you can see the total memory that is been occupied is 3.8 GB roughly. Right now, the next level detail that we get over here is the Docker host details. So here you can see the Docker host detail currently present over here, and the name of the Docker host is Docker desktop over here. In your case, when you are into Ubuntu, it will show you the IP or the username. Basically, it's the unique identifier and the hostname for a Docker desktop. Right now, let's talk about the storage location. And here we have the storage location. It's where leave Docker, and the main directory where Docker stores the changes are in. Basically, it's the directory where Docker stores your images, the container, the volumes, the network, and all the information, right? So this is the directory that we were talking about. Okay, don't worry. Right now, we are just logging all the details, what sort of fine-tuned details we get when you run the execute when we execute Docker info command. Okay, I know this is too much, but believe me, once we are done with the networking and mounting section, this will actually make some sense to you. Right now, let's move forward and yeah, here yeah, now let's talk about the registry configuration. So basically, you can see the registry configuration. So here you can see the registry is hub proxy docker internal. So basically, it shows the registry that allow HTTP connection without TLS. So that is actually it is talking about. So let's summarize whatever we learned so far. Okay, so basically, we talked about Docker version, and Docker version shows Docker client and Docker and server version, and Docker info displays full Docker environment details. These commands are very useful for production server inspection and DevOps troubleshooting. I hope these two commands made sense to you. And yeah, so that was all in this video where I just wanted to tell you a brief about Docker version and Docker info. So yeah, that was all, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep learning and thank you very much.